The new bishop is in the house. Let's welcome Anchor Bishop Darrell Watkins, the senior minister at Sunshine Cathedral. Hashtag My Queer Church. One of the most important LGBTQ churches in the universe. He's an auxiliary bishop of the Global Justice Institute and the current president of the Divine Science Federation. Darrell, Big D, the Interfaith Pride Service is at Sunshine Cathedral on June 4th. Tell me what's happening out.
Funny you should say Big D. That was my bra size, but I've been losing weight. So the Interfaith Pride Service at Sunshine Cathedral. LGBTQ plus pride is defiance. It's telling those who tried to impose shame on us that it won't work anymore. Pride is an act of faith, an expression of spirit, a celebration of the life we have been blessed with, our fabulous queer lives. And it's a celebration of our love and the joy that comes from living authentically. Last year, 32 trans persons were violently killed, and 39% of LGBTQ youth considered self-harm because of family rejection, religious condemnation, or bullying. With hate coming at us from so many directions, we must fight back, not with violence, but with self-affirmation, love, and LGBTQ pride. Our rainbow diversity makes this world better, and loving ourselves and one another makes our community better. There will be an Interfaith LGBTQ plus Pride service at Sunshine Cathedral on June 4th at 7 p.m. People of all, any, or no faith traditions are welcome for a service affirming the sacred value of LGBTQ plus persons, the goodness of LGBTQ plus relationships, and the beauty of our community. Don't internalize homophobia and transphobia. Embrace pride and be thankful for who you are. That's what we'll be doing at the Interfaith Pride service at Sunshine Cathedral. For more information, go to sunshinecathedral.org or visit Sunshine Cathedral on Facebook.
Wow.
This is what I do. So I get so excited about it. People come to church if they're a part of that church, or sometimes they come because they have a need, or they're looking for a date, or all kinds of reasons to come to church.
Yeah.
But some people will never go. And so these extra events where we get to share this message, because it's not we don't proselytize. You don't need to join something or call yourself something, but we want every person to hear that they are God's miracle and not God's mistake.
Amen.
And so every time we get a chance, I just get so excited. And this is one more chance. Come join us.
And you know, the thing is there's a spiritual aspect to us. We're not just mind and body. We're mind, body, and soul. And I love that, this is being incorporated in pride.
Yeah.
Because I know me as a person, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my spirituality. I would have checked out.
And you talk about that when you stream. You talk about that a lot. You're like a preacher, really.
Oh,
really?
I don't.
Good kind. Good kind.
I don't know what I'll call my church, but anyway, no. But yeah, it's so true, and I just know for sure that if it was not for my faith and me knowing that I'm so much more than just this. When I say just this, my physical, I would have checked out. And I'm so thankful that I didn't, because I would have missed out on so many wonderful blessings.
Right.
And Raji and I, had the same similar cultural background of West Indian, Caribbean, very conservative, very religious, where homosexuality, existed, but it was never talked about.
Yes.
So it was something that obviously existed for decades and generations.
Yeah.
But even people that were suspected being gay, they just lived their entire life. And
in the closet.
they were just like,
In
it was like
secret,
that uncle who just never got married and never had kids.
Yeah.
And that's how they just compartmentalized it, as a family. But now, we're in 2025 and we're able to be out and open, for myself, I think events like this are incredible, living as an openly gay Muslim American, so I love the fact that I'm able to celebrate both sides of that.
Of course,
with my family and friends.
And we've come a long way, right? We've come a long way, but still we've got a really a messed up relationship with religion, LGBTQ plus. We just do, right? A lot of us, like myself, grew up looking at these beautiful churches, and then you go in, there's a big sign that says all are welcome, and then you hear the preacher talk about you not being there, you not being wanting to go to heaven, you being an abomination. And that really messes with your head, right? Then you go to a place like Sunshine Cathedral, right? And you're able to see that you are welcome there, right? You are all. And one of my favorite things that Darrell says during service is usually okay, if you have a God, if you don't have a God, if you don't believe in anything, right? We still want you to come in and take communion and learn and share with us, and this is what we'll be doing And that's just an incredible, and like Raji said, during Pride Month, it couldn't be more perfect,
Yes.
you know?
Faye, remind us, your lead drag queen on Sundays. Which church?
At Unity on the Bay, yes.
Unity on the Bay.
Lead
Lead
drag
drag
queen.
queen.
At Miami Dade. Similar in terms of the commitment.
Yes.
Two thoughts about doing this event at Sunshine. A lot of our community buries their pain deep. It's interesting. Even in this conversation, I can feel the vibration, certainly from you. I can feel it from you. You express it, and the reason I think that is important is from a news standpoint. We have reported so many times at Queer News Tonight and through the platforms that Hotspot's happening out. Our number one harm in community is not Donald Trump, is not Ron DeSantis, is not virulent GOP, it's not Chick-fil-A. The number one harm on LGBT in America, every survey shows it's church.
Church.
Every survey says it's church. We have been hurt so badly by church, and then we buy into it, and then we believe it, and then we virtually never get rid of it our entire lives. I can feel that at this table. That's why this event is so important, because rarely, I spent so much time in West Hollywood in RuPaul days, from Sarasota, lived in Orlando at the Parliament House for years and years and years. This community is very unique compared to those communities, including West Hollywood, because in Pride Month, we're going to talk about religion and faith.
Yes.
And embracement of trying to overcome that pain. That's why this event is so important. It's not Sunshine Cathedral. It's not church. It's the fact that we would say in Pride Month, you're loved. Come in and let us help take a little bit of that off you. And it's needed.
Yeah.
It is so incredibly needed.
A lot of times we're asked to see God in something, in a scripture, in a creed, and in a sacrament or whatever. At Sunshine Cathedral, especially at these community events, we are asking you to let us see God in you, because you're bringing her in. You're already part of that, and you haven't been told that probably very often, but this is a chance you can be. The religious holidays, they're secular now. They're commercialized, but they're still based in a religious tradition, and that's the same thing for gay Easter and Christmas, better known as Pride and Halloween. That there's a lot of
How long have you been waiting?
there's a lot of fun stuff going on, but there is a spiritual element. So I love that we're doing it in Pride.
Well, I can't wait. And Queer News Tonight looks forward to seeing you all at the Interfaith Pride Service on June 4th. And that is the big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.